This is gonna be interesting. Let's get started right away. During the day in good lighting conditions, there is a bit of consistency issue with both phones. Why do I keep saying the word consistency in camera comparisons? Well, what I mean to say is both phones click great pictures for the most part, but they also mess up sometimes. That's what I mean by inconsistency. One frequent thing is the OnePlus Nord's inaccurate white balance. It goes for a cool tone, like the images are kind of bluish, which means the colors are not very accurate and there is a slightly faded look as well. But when the white balance is fine, the colors are actually really good. In fact, they're more accurate than on the X7 Pro's images. But yeah, the X7 Pro's oversaturation is not over the board. A lot of people do like this extra vividness, so that's there. The X7 Pro's images are also slightly sharper thanks to the higher resolution. When it comes to dynamic range, again, they're both equally good in most situations, but in some challenging scenes like this, you can see that the X7 Pro has overexposed certain parts of the image, which is even more prominent while using the ultra wide angle cameras. Look at those fruit skins. They look natural on the Nord's image. Speaking of skins, it's high time you check out these skins from our sponsor, Capes India. That was smooth, right? Some Capes skins are also super smooth.
Capes makes these wonderful skins for a lot of devices. They don't add any noticeable bulk or weight to the phone, but still do a great job protecting it from scratches and dents. Recently, they introduced these Thunderstorm and carbon fiber red skins, which look absolutely fantastic. So definitely check out Capes India, link in the description. Use the coupon code TJOC to get 10% discount.
Back to the fruit skins. So yeah, when it comes to ultra wide images, the Nord is noticeably better. The colors and the dynamic range are superior in challenging scenes like this. You can also notice a huge difference in detail levels. Look at his shirt. There is a 2 megapixel macro camera on both phones and the images turn out equally bad. I don't see myself using this mode in any situation. I'd rather just click a regular image and crop it. Speaking of regular, it's recommended that you become a regular viewer of our videos by hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon. Smooth again, huh? Let's rate this smoothness 9 on 10. Anyway, let's talk about portraits now. I feel the X7 Pro's portrait looks better. There's a lot of skin smoothing going on, but still overall the X7 Pro performs better here. My nose is overexposed on the Nord's portrait and my ears are also blurred. The edge detection is not very accurate on the Nord's portraits. Portrait selfies from the X7 Pro once again look better. The edge detection, the subject cutout is reasonably accurate. As you can see on the Nord's selfie portrait, you can notice some flaws near my ears. Both phones click 32 megapixel selfie, so naturally they're extremely sharp. One noteworthy difference here is the dynamic range. Some parts of the Nord's selfies are overexposed. Look at my nose and my forehead. It's weird. Generally, OnePlus phones don't do this, but I don't know why it happens with the Nord. And surprise, the Nord has an ultra wide angle selfie camera. The quality is not that great, but for the occasional group selfie, it gets the job done. Under low light, while using the main cameras, I did not notice that much of a difference. The pictures shot on the Nord are slightly brighter in some cases, but that's it. When you switch to the nightscape mode on both phones, they capture even brighter images. And here there is one major difference. The noise levels are much lower on the images captured by the OnePlus Nord. I'm sure you can see it even without zooming in, but let me also crop in to give you a better idea. We can also see that the darker regions are slightly brighter on the Nord's images. Where you can notice a huge difference is here. The ultra-wide camera on the X7 Pro really doesn't look like it belongs in this price segment. It's way inferior to the OnePlus Nord's ultra-wide shooter. I think it's the same camera as what's found on the 20,000 rupee Realme X7, not the Pro. Selfies from the OnePlus Nord are quite evidently way brighter, but they also look kind of artificial with that glowing orangish look. But still, if I had to pick one, it would be the Nord's selfie. Both phones can shoot 4K videos at 30 frames per second. The X7 Pro can do even 4K 60 FPS. There's just one major difference in this comparison. The Nord's footage has better contrast. The X7 Pro's footage kind of lacks that depth, so it looks mildly faded. Still not a big deal. There is not much difference in sharpness or color reproduction. The X7 Pro has an ultra nightscape mode for videos. So in extremely dim lighting conditions like this, it can get better results. It's not perfect. You can see a lot of artifacts. Sometimes humans look like ghosts, but at least you can see something. The Nord's video, on the other hand, is like pitch dark. You can see nothing. There is also a portrait mode for videos on the Realme X7 Pro. Realme always does a good job at this, and this one is no exception. So yeah, there is a variety of shooting modes you can play with on the X7 Pro. These phones can also shoot slow motion videos at 240 frames per second. Weirdly, the OnePlus Nord supports 4K at 60 FPS using the front camera, while the X7 Pro's front camera video resolution is limited to just 1080p. What's surprising is even the rear camera of the OnePlus Nord can shoot only up to 4K at 30 frames per second, not 60 FPS. And hopefully this also doubles as an audio test, so do let me know in the comment section which clip is more audible to you, whether it's the one from the Nord or the one from the Realme X7 Pro. As for the video quality, I cannot comment much, I cannot say much from this viewfinder, but given that it's 4K versus 1080p, I'm just gonna guess that the 4K footage looks a lot better and sharper. Yeah, so I just saw the footage. I can confirm the Nord's footage is much sharper and has better colors. So that's it, and this is what the comparison looks like now. How do I even come to a conclusion? Okay, look, for the most part, we are gonna click normal photos in good lighting conditions, and if you see carefully, the Nord performs better at almost everything when the lighting is good, or it's a tie. But when it comes to other situations, like when you want to click portraits or click super high resolution photos or capture videos in super dark scenes, the X7 Pro is a better bet. So depending on what situations you generally find yourself in while clicking pictures, pick one accordingly. Regardless, subscribe to Technology Jock and hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching. This is Ashwin Sundar, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye and take care.